Good morning, friends. It is a chilly morning here, and I realize that I am completely out of my tallow balm. So it is time to make that. I'm also out of mayonnaise. So we're going to make that today too. I've got this jar for making my tallow balm, or as I call it, my body butter, because it is so amazing. I use coconut oil and a little bit of castor oil in there. And this I'm going to melt down for my mayonnaise. So these jars, lids off of course, are going to go in the oven. It's going to take about an hour for them. This one may be a little bit longer to melt down before we can start playing with them, but I wanted to get an early start so that it can be done earlier and I can get this video out faster, and then you could be watching it right now. Now I'm gonna wake up some more and get these in the oven. I'll be back later with clothes on. That's why I'm wearing my pajamas and a sweater. It just is. It is a little bit later. I have woken up more and showered. I feel better. Sorry I was a little loopy this morning. We're gonna start with the mayonnaise. I've got 2 eggs separated. I've got the yolks in here and the whites in here. I've got about 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. I've got a little bit of mustard here that I am going to just spoon about that much and put that in with my eggs. I've got some salt, my pink Himalayan salt. Don't want to put too much in there. And I've got my tallow. It looks a little milky because I didn't want it too hot, because then it will not, mix well with my eggs and it might curdle my eggs, and I really don't want that. So it's not entirely liquid. I did let it cool down just a little bit. Here I go making a mess again. Messy kitchen. All right, I'm gonna get a spatula. Here we are, spatula. Because it is not as liquidy as it was even 10 minutes ago. Hopefully I don't need to reheat it back up, because then it'll just be a bigger mess. I've got my blender, so hopefully it won't be too thick. I was hoping it wouldn't be too thick. It might be, but I'm gonna keep going. Adding in the apple cider vinegar. I will never get another one of these blenders where I have to hit the button because it doesn't want to stay on. All right, now the egg whites. plastics all in there. I'm going to wash this out because we'll use it again in a moment. I'm going to get this in a jar and get that all cleaned up, and we'll come back and do the body butter. Now I have a wonderful jar of mayonnaise that I can put into the fridge. This is great for on burgers because they are leaner, and when you're trying to, up your fat intake as well as your protein intake, having some of this on there, you've got eggs, you've got tallow, great source of awesome fat to add to your leaner meat meals. And now onto my body butter. I'm going to just mix it right up in my jar. Seems to work all right for me. Grab another spoon. And I'm going to put some coconut oil in there to begin. The coconut oil is also fabulous for your skin. Now I'm not adding too much, just that little bit. And I'll show you when the tallow goes in there with it. Whee! That's a pretty full jar. Makes me happy. But the coconut oil will melt. And I'm also going to put some castor oil in there. Just a bit. This is my favorite castor oil that I've tried so far. The brand on this is Queen of Thrones. So that is what I use. I mean, you can use what you'd like, but when you get castor oil, make sure you get it in an amber glass. I mean, this is glass, an amber glass bottle, because it can leach out the plastics. All right, now we blend this. Now this will take a little time to harden up, but put a lid on her because she done. That's all there is to it. Just let it cool and you'll have the most luxurious body butter you've ever used in your life. So we have two fantastic uses for tallow besides frying. I love my tallow. I love rendering it. I'm gonna get some more fat this weekend and do it again because I have some jars free so I can make more. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. You never know what you might find on my channel. And if you've watched all the way this far, give yourselves a round of applause. Thank you so much. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will catch you all later. Mwah. Toodles.